Hello YouTube, welcome back to my Games of Kerbal Space program. My name is SSJGazhan99 and this is going to be just a tutorial run for myself really. I'm following a guide because I've been struggling so hard to get into orbit and try and get things running that I created this. It's basically a direct copy, and I know it's a direct copy of Scott Manley's his tutorial flights basically for his orbiting program. Now I've been able to circle the moon and I've been able to come back and I've been getting science and all that sort of things from all over the place, but for some reason I just cannot orbit this planet. I've been struggling to get the right orbits going and all sorts of things, and it's just been annoying me heavily. So I named this craft Manley for Scott Manley, Moki. I'm also a big Yu-Gi-Oh player. I watch a guy called Yangfly and his YouTube channel called Yu-Gi-Oh for Real Men. It is hilarious. Definitely go and check it out. And as tribute to Scott Manley for his fantastic tutorial, I've called it the Manley Moki. Also, I wanted to point out a few other guys that I've been watching their videos and watching their playthroughs. MarkiPlier. He does a Kerbal Space program thing on there. It's funny. Check it out. It's only a few videos, but definitely check it out. It is pretty cool. He's a horror player. He plays a lot of horror games and things like that. Do check out his channel. He's pretty good. I'll put a link into the channel below, into the description box below, for you guys that want to do check him out, because he is quite good. The other guy is ThorLP. He's been AFK for a little while now. I believe he's probably his work or something's getting in the way. If he's not, if he's ill or anything like that, get well soon, buddy. I'd like to see some Insane Rockets Division and some Insane Science Division again. It's fantastic stuff. Definitely check it out. It's brilliant. It's funny. Check from start to finish. It's hilarious. It's great. It's good stuff. So I'll put ThorLP's channel in there as well. The other guy I wanted to shout out is Kurtjmac. His channel again. He's been quite quiet with the Kerbal Space program, but he again has some great videos on there as well. He does all sorts of things, Minecraft, and he does all different bits and bobs, racing games, a little bit of Kerbal Space program. He hasn't touched Kerbal Space program in a while, but he still does it, and it's well worth a check. So definitely check it out. And yeah, so hopefully, if all goes well, my first attempt at this one failed miserably. There was something wrong with the staging and all sorts of funky shenanigans. Now, what Scott Manley suggests is you make it so everything's symmetrical. So I've made it so everything is exactly symmetrical. He also mentioned about these. If you right click, you can actually click on these to adjust the thruster settings. So get down to about 70%. I had it up perfectly on 70% a second ago. There we go. So get it down to about 2/3 of its full capacity of thrust, and they should get you up to about 10,000 meters without much fail. I did a trial a second ago and it worked perfectly fine. It got me to 10,000 meters before it burnt out, but for some reason I ran out of fuel and I couldn't actually get into space. So what I've done is I added an extra fuel tank on there. I'm not too sure whether Scott Manley's video states that they may have dropped in fuel size, maybe, I don't know. But for some reason I ran out of fuel before I could get into space, and that kind of yeah, I kind of struggled to get up there. So what I've also done as well is I've shortened this compartment here, just to add the extra fuel tank to the main sail engine at the bottom there. So that's basically what I've done. So this launch, if it's too heavy, I'll just take one off and I'll just put it on. What's it? I'll take one of the fuel tanks off and have only the 3 fuel tanks. What I did on the other try of this attempt, I actually activated the main engine at the bottom there just afterwards. So I'm actually going to fast forward time a little bit because I don't really like taking off in the dark if I can help it. There we go. That'll do you. Whoa. That'll do you. Midday sunrise. Oh, it's midday sun, I should say. Okay, so I should have everything set up. Everything should be set up and ready to go. So here we go. Right, Jebediah, 3, 2, 1. SAS on. Engines start. let's throttle that engine up a little bit. Give that a little bit of kick. This game, no matter how you set the volume for the game, is extremely loud. You may not hear it very loud on the game itself, but it is extremely loud. I've just noticed that I'm dropping frames as well. I'm on like 10 FPS here, but not much I can do about that. The other thing I've got to look out to do is when I get to about 10,000 meters, I've got to start turning towards the 90. So I need to be turning towards this direction here. And I'll start doing that pretty soon. So once these engines burn out, I throttle up, I disengage, and then once I hit 10,000 meters, I start to turn. So 10,000, I'll start to turn to the 90, which is about there'll do. So looking good so far. Plenty of fuel. Let's chase that down a little bit more. Let's stop you there. Thank you. Resources are fine. That's fine. Let's have a look at my orbital system. I'm doing okay. So far so good. So 30,000 I'm going at the moment. So 33,000. How's my fuel doing? Just fine. It's slowly going out. Basically, you want to make this hit about 100,000, and then you want to start basically flying towards the apoapsis, which is basically what I'm targeting now. It's basically the AP. If you're playing this game, check out the AP. Now, from what Scott Manley said, you want to make sure that you're not over a minute from this. So what you do is you basically get to within a minute of this. Hang on, let me just bring up my nav ball a second so I can actually rearrange this. So I'm getting within a minute. So now I need to turn that off, bring the nose down, so I'm coming within the. There we go. Oh. Come back. How am I now? How am I doing? I'm within a minute. So re-engage the engines. And then this should now go back out again. I may be maybe a little bit too far down. I just want to chase this off a little bit. There we go. Let's bring that back. So from what he was saying, basically what you want to do is you want that to be going up and not down. If it's going down, then what you're doing is you're burning fuel. Yeah, I've only like half engine. Yeah. Then basically what you're doing is you're going into orbit. That's the way you want to be. But the problem is you need to be under a minute in the time, and you need to basically turn your nose flatter to catch up or stabilize that within the minute. And if obviously it's going too far away from you, then you're in trouble. But I think I'm okay now. It really needs to be a slightly higher, to be honest. It needs to be in and around like 100k. But if I hit this at 80k, then I'm happy with it to a degree. How far away from that am I? I'm about a minute away. So let's carry on burning at 30%. Got loads of fuel left. If I'm right, yeah, I've got more than enough fuel. So let's cut the engine there. Let's add a maneuver node. Let's get round. That's fine. I love that. I'll have that. I'll take that. Most definitely. So I want to SAS off. I want to come down. Come on. Let's bring that back up. Come on. Yeah. That'll do ya. Right, okay, so that's that. Now I need to basically keep an eye on my fuel consumption, because it says I've got 28 seconds, so I should be catching up in about 15 seconds or so. So I want to burn a little bit before that. So 25, so around about 12 seconds or 13 seconds I want to start the burn. Oh snap, hang on. Oh, that'll do. Let's start the burn now. Ah! Yeah, that happened. If I'm honest, I had no choice. I had to do it that way. This is obviously going to shoot off in a different direction. This needs to come back round to about 100k. Now, that's probably the best orbit I've ever done on my own. Now, technically, I am in orbit. It's not like I'm not. So that is successful. But again, when I had actually closed in to see where I'd made that burn, it was actually it was miles away from the apparatus, so it wasn't the best. But let's add a maneuver node here. We want to burn away so we can get into a 400k orbit if we can. So 400, 400, 450, 470, 450, 481, 445, 474. Do you know what? I don't think I'm going to get any better than that. Let's have a look. 456, 484. I think that's the best I'm going to get, to be honest. I don't see me being able to do any better than that. Realistically, that's about as good as I'm going to get, I think. So we're going to speed up time. We're going to go back to the map. Let's have a look. How's it going, Jeb? Yep, you look fine, buddy. You look like you're enjoying yourself, and that's the way it should be. So we want to go all the way around. We want to stop on that thing there, and let's warp time until the burn. So it says it's an 11-second burn, but that means nothing realistically. Let's bring this up. Come round to this node as quickly as possible. Let's come round away. Let's bring it down 5 times. Bring it up to 4. Let's do that to 1 times, right? So basically I want to move this node to the power axis, to there. Right, so what does that give us? 475 by 468. That's much better. That's much, much better. So that's exactly what I want, is right there. So we're coming up to it. We're 2 minutes away. So we're going to speed that up. So is that T minus 40 seconds, isn't it? Yeah. So 11 seconds. I'll probably start burning around about 6 or 7 seconds until the node, and that will give us a bit more leeway. That specific way of doing things is a ThorLP way of doing it. He will burn for 11 seconds exactly, but he burns a couple of seconds over the top as well. So I'm going to burn now. 493 or 466. That's not bad. I'm happy with that, I think. So, there we go. Scott Manley, thank you very much. It's the first proper orbit I've had with my ship, and look at that. It's almost identical. You know, 300k. Sorry, 30k isn't that bad, to be honest. I'm quite happy with that. Most of my orbits have been like 500,000 by 102,000, that sort of thing. They've been like way out here, and the perapsis has been like here. So this is probably the closest I've actually been in terms of an orbit. Now, let's get back into here. Let's see what these guys have got to say for themselves. So let's try and spin her around. There we go. Get her orientated towards the sun. There we go. And let's have a look. Observe the materials bay. So that will give us 25 science. Get in there. So we're going to save that data. We're going to get some goo. Observe it. And 2 science. I'll take that. I'll take it. And then obviously we need to go on an EVA with good old Jebediah. How's it going, bro? You alright, son? So we're going to go EVA report. 8 science. We'll keep hold of that, son. Good job. And then obviously we're going to go F to board. And then we're going to go crew report, which is 0. So we're just going to ignore that. And while I'm here, I'm just basically going to just stay here for a bit, I think. Let's have a butcher's. Oh. I'm trying to find out the key. I'm just trying to figure out the keys to actually. I can't believe I'm actually watching the video while telling you guys what I'm doing. That's just mad. Right. Ah, the quick save. Finally found the button for quick save. 2 seconds. I'm just trying. He's taking his time telling me what the buttons are. So. Right, okay, so that's basically all I need to know. Okay, sorry about that. Right, basically, you go on EVA. Okay, what I'm trying to do is to steal the data from here and here so that I can put it back into the capsule and take it home with me, which is explained on the video itself. I'll put a link to that specific video on the channel. Definitely worth checking out. Now, he says to press L for lights. As you can see, he's got his lights on top of his helmet. You press spacebar to let go, and then R to activate the RCS system. Now, obviously, you want to tap this stuff real gently, because obviously you're going to be. I'm not too sure how to go down though. That's the thing. That's going to be a problem. So let's F to grab. Right. So how do you go up and down on the axis? Control to go down. Right, okay. So space, S to go slightly backwards, Control to go. Oh no, alright, okay, so there we go. So S to go backwards, Control to go down. Oh, here we go, here we go. Right, how do you go up? Right, okay, so up is left shift. So we want to get into here, collect data, remove the data. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 Jeb, where are you going, son? Where are you going? Where are you going, Jeb? Jeb, Jeb. No, where are you going, son? Come on. That'll do you. That'll do you, boy. Right, so UVA report. Right, Jeb, what are you doing, son? Stop this now. That's it. That's it. That'll do you. Good boy. So collect data, remove data, and now you just want to get back onto the pod. Well, right. So it's left shift and left control to go up and down, and then we should go F to grab, and then F to board. Oh, Jebediah, what are you doing? Right, okay, so I can't use this. That's not fair! Why can't I stick it in there anyway? Surely you'd rip something out there, Jeb, wouldn't you? You'd take something out and you'd put it in there. Okay, I'm not too sure what to do now, because the whole point was to put those experiments back in the pod. So, hang on, he has the same pod as me. Okay, he has the same pod as me. So how does that work? Let's see if he actually does anything else to actually compensate that. Sorry, guys. Right, okay. That's how he does it. You go right click and it says store experiments. So store experiments. EVA report while in space over Kerbal already stored in this module. Take the data. Or items can do and then store maybe? Ah, there we go. Right, so what couldn't be stored? Oh, right, okay. So, right. That seems to be done. I can do that, right? So, right, okay. So, that's everything's done. So basically, when you get onto here, you have to right-click on this, and then you take the data, and then you store it again, and it basically stores all the data that you need, and then it stops you from being able to take this one. So then, which is the crew report. So you press F to board, and obviously you can't take that last piece with you. So you go in, and then we right-click, and then we review stored data, and we should have mystery goo, the view report, and the material studies. Yeah, so we've got all the ones that we actually need are all there. So we are going to just basically keep those datas, keep, and then we could do a crew report maybe. It doesn't matter, they don't really care. So we'll just recycle that one. And then basically we want to head back home. So yeah, I do apologise about having to follow that video, but yeah. So add maneuver node. We want to go backwards. Oh no, we don't. We want to go backwards, and we want to kind of land close to where we started. So I believe this is where the space station is. I believe it's right here somewhere. It could be on this side though. But then again, I'd rather land somewhere in the sunny regions. So that is where we're going to go. We're going to head in towards. Let's head towards the sea. Actually, that's probably the better idea. And then we want to get lined up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, 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 Gemini. Easy, son. We get lined up there. So how far am I away from this place? So I'm actually a minute away. It just shows you how vast this thing is. You know, if they made this massive, you'll notice that, yeah. So I want to burn for 30 seconds. So at T-15 I start to burn, and then I'm ready to go. So I burn for 15 seconds on T-15 to T plus 15. So look, 22, 21, 19, 18. Okay, so thrust we go. So I want this to go until we are plus 15. So there we go. And that should be bang on. Almost. I'd say that was quite successful. So we'll bring that back. So let's bring this back in. Let's get an auto save right there. Let's do this. See, we're 50,000 meters above the surface. We want to go retrograde so that we kind of want to go here. So let's bring this up to here. Oh snap! I want to do that, and then we'll do this. So there goes the debris module, all the way into the drink. Now, what you can do on these, obviously, what I've been doing when I've been coming back from space, I've been putting the large parachute combination things on these things. So when they come down, I can actually retrieve them as full modules. So you can actually put the large parachute pods on them things, and it's perfectly. Oh, whoa, snap! Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's right. I definitely didn't like us going straight down. Has that snapped one of the cords or something? Is that what's happened there? I don't know. That's much better. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Good job there, Jebediah. Thank you very much, Scott Manley. You've taught me a lot there today, mate. So yeah, what you can do is if you want to save your main pods and things like that, and say for instance, if you like the situation I got into there where I couldn't store all that data, what you can do is you can put parachutes on all of your stuff, and they will land. And then obviously when you go back to, I'll show you in a second. Let me just get this ship down to the ground. You can collect your debris and basically save it all. Thank you very much. Good job, Jebediah. You done a very good job, son. So we can pick that up there. I'll show you basically what I would say would be a good idea to do, especially since I don't think it's on the rest of that video. But that video may have been made before some of the changes have been made recently to the actual game itself. So let me just quickly show you guys what I mean. Right, so we got 35 science in total out of all of that. So 8 science for the EVA report while high above Kerbal. We got the material study, which was 25 science, which is really, really awesome. The mystery goo gave us 2.3 science, and we got 0.3 science recovering the vessel from Kerbal orbit. So that's cool and everything. But what you do is if you go to the Space Center here, and you click on your debris. So up here on this top bit here, you got debris. It will show you where all your debris is. So we've got a piece of debris here, which is one of my Moki launches. You've got down here, recover the debris. Now, if you recover your debris and it has stuff in it that you need, you'll get your science back from that debris. So we're going to recover that one as well. Where did that one land? Oh. Again, that's a piece of debris in the ocean right there, so we recover that one as well. And this one, again, smack bang on the edge of the ocean right there, so we're going to recover that one as well. And if there's any science available on any of those pieces of equipment that are recovered there, you get that science back. So, say for instance, you land up here in the northern sectors or something like that, and your pod or whatever it is lands over here somewhere. Just go onto this section here, go to click on the actual object. You have to mark the debris as well, so you have to make sure debris is marked, and then click on it, recover debris, and you'll pick your science up from there. Now this looks pretty cool. That looks like an impact crater or a volcano eruption. That could be a volcano eruption, super volcano maybe. Yeah, no mods for me on this game. I still think that's fantastic anyway. I think everything they've done here is fantastic. So what I do need to do, I need to start flying around the planet and getting some science behind me and really sort of working on it a little bit more so I can get some ships built. But I want to get into orbit a little bit more often and get comfortable with getting into orbit, because at the moment I'm not comfortable getting into orbit. That one there was just a trial. It worked out fine, but I still made mistakes and errors, which I need to sort of rectify in order to get into space more often. So that'll be it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.